Celebrate all wins, even the small ones, because the small ones sustain you.
If you want to be at the table making change, you got to get to the table.
Is have more Black women in leadership. And I say that because representation is everything.
We celebrate visibility because it gives anybody who feels alone a beacon of light in that darkness. And that's totally integral.
The door is open. We need more women of color who are powerful and able to make change.
People promote people that they like. People promote people that they're comfortable with. People promote people that they feel they're going to be able to easily work with. This is why, unfortunately, sometimes we see people choosing people like them, right? Because that's an easy transition. I can manage them. It's going to be easier, etc. So that being said, that's just part of the reason why it's so important for us to establish these relationships.
You need to realize that in the same time that a company is interviewing you, you should also be interviewing that company and saying, hey, can I show up as my real self here? And go in with a mindset of abundance and worthiness of saying I deserve to be in a place that sees me and supports me. And if not, that's okay, because there are other places out there that will.
But there are still ways that you can advocate for yourself. You can advocate for yourself by picking the projects you work on or the career track. Who you choose to mentor you, that you can advocate for yourself. And so I definitely would say that's what you need to do. Be your biggest cheerleader.
Do I want this because I think I should? Or do I want this because I want this? And if I want this, why? Why does it matter? Why is it important? What happens to the mind, body, spirit when you're operating in environments that are actually hostile to your identity? So not even just not built for you, but actually hostile to your identity. The first thing that we've got to be willing to do as women of color is we've got to start to really see our value. Bigger than what is defined by the external standards of what corporate America says or what society says, or even sometimes what our families say matters. We've got to be willing to come to our own truth about what is important to us.
I made a decision, maybe not then and there, but a few years later, that I was not going to let someone else tell me who and what I could or couldn't be. We are constantly being told and it being reinforced that we're not enough, right? Well, enough of what, right? If you ask my husband, he'll tell you I'm more than enough. So we just have to realize that as Black women, we have to be fearless. We have to be resilient, we have to be tenacious, and we have to know that we can persevere.
So a lot of times we're going into a business because we want to fix a problem or we want to fix a gap or fill a need that we have ourselves. Fear is not my enemy, it's my ally. It's just asking me to think through what that worst case scenario is and plan for it, right? Fear is telling me that this is something I'm very excited about and that this is something that's important to me. And so I'd say that my superpower is really kind of looking at fear as my ally versus my enemy. It's not telling me to stop and not do it. It's just telling me to be sure I'm ready for it.
Aligning your day with what you want to see in your world is important. But again, you have to define how you want to live in the world and what you like to see day to day. And then every day you want to align your time with that.
We need to normalize non-white people in leadership. And then we need to empower non-white people in leadership.